Hey guys, it's me, Firepumpkin. Thanks for joining me for another week of Creation Corner. Just a quick reminder, if you like this content, then click that subscribe button and tick that notification bell so you never miss a video again. Now, on to today's build. We're going to be using a lot of techniques from last week's build, the countertop with a backsplash. So if you're not familiar with those, you need to make sure that you watch that video or my Decoration 101 on chairs, couches, lounges, because I'm going to not be focusing so much on the building technique, but more just on the design this week. So we're building a stove. I've got two different designs, and I'm going to be showing you how to do this both on a foundation as well as a ceiling tile. So before we get into it, I just want to give a quick shout out to my newest YouTube member, Eduardo, which I think is you, Corporal. You haven't quite confirmed it for me yet. I'm waiting for you to respond, but I think it is. But either way, I'm super happy for the support. Thank you so much. And if you want to know what the heck I'm talking about, click on that join button below for more information. All right, let's get into this week's design.
And let's begin. So again, just like last week, we're using this half foundation snap technique. I'm not going to go into too much detail about it. You can see what I'm doing. But you can go back to the previous week's video on the counter with the backsplash if you need me to talk you through this. But basically, we're just creating half-step foundations. Now I'm using another technique to snap the foundations under the ground. Alright, now the original rig is not needed once we have our last snap points in place. Now we can continue on with the build. Now that we've got our first pieces in place, we're going to add our backsplash. I like to use the back of the gravestone, so you're more than welcome if you'd like to have two tones to use the fronts. Next, add two stacked small crop plots to raise the level of the boxes. Add in our boxes. We are almost done. Next, we add another two small crop plots to raise up the vessels. We're going to add in our painting canvases. I like to paint them black when it's hard to see. Again, this is the second crop plot. Add in our vessels. Add some color, and there you go, design one. Moving on to design number two. We start with getting our half foundation snap points. We can get rid of the original rig. Next, we're going to use the pillar technique to lower the foundations 5 increments. Add in our wall and our double door. Now add in 1 level of crop plots to raise up the cryo fridges. I'm going to show you 2 ways of placing the cryo fridges in case you prefer one design over the other. This first one is just like in design number 1 with the vessels. Once we've got them in position, we're going to place the foundation at normal level, add in our backsplash, put in 2 crop plots to raise up the back of the stove. Now we're going to put in, again, 2 sets of stacked small crop plots to raise the level of the boxes. And add in our 4 boxes. Here's an alternate way of placing the cryo fridges. Put in our foundation, add in our backsplash, put in our crop plots. Again, I use 6 in this version, but you could get away with 4, just put them closer together, and it's stacked, so it's 2 crop plots stacked too high. Put in the back of the stove. Add in our boxes. And color. All right, on to ceiling builds. Again, I'm not going to go into too much detail. We went over this last video. This first method has to do with a lower drop ceiling. It's easier, you're using stairs, but you lose space with a lower drop ceiling. Additionally, this method does not work with the cryo fridge version. So if you want to use the cryo fridge, you're going to have to use our next technique, which I'm going to show you, because the cryo fridges, you can't get the right height on the stairs. The back burners would be higher than the front burners. All right, very patiently fiddle around and get the canvases placed. Then add in a crop plot, paint it black if you needed to see better, to place in your vessel. And if it's too low, add in a second crop plot. Add your vessels. Add some color. Okay, version 2 of the ceiling build. This is using pillars and ceilings in incremental levels. And again, I'm not going to go over it, but last week's video, the same exact measurements work for this version with the cryo fridge. So refer back to that video to get the right increments for this example. Notice we don't need to place crop plots to get the cryo fridges at a good height. Just place them right down onto that ceiling tile. Add in your proper ceiling. Add in the backsplash. Put in your crop plots to raise everything else up. Again, I'm using 6 in this example. You can get away with 4. Place the back of the stove. Add in our boxes. And color. I'm going to show you how to do the first design on the ceiling as well, in this version of the ceiling. Fairly simple. Once you get the double door in, you just replace the ceiling and you build it as if you were building it on a foundation. And a last alternative design is to use the metal window frame instead of the double doors. I would advise, though, when you're placing the window frame to flip it by hitting the X. I'm not sure what it is on PlayStation, but you know the cycle through, like your snap points. You want to flip it so it goes from green to blue, because it makes it easier to find the open and close for the window. For some reason, when it's green and you place the window, it's like you can open it, but you won't be able to close it. But that's it. That is this week's Creation Corner. I hope everybody enjoyed the content, and remember to like and subscribe. I got a lot of people who watch the videos don't want to subscribe to the channel. Makes me a very sad fire pumpkin. So if you like this content, hit that subscribe button, click that notification bell, and remember, YouTube memberships are live. So if you're interested in supporting this channel, helping it to get better, as well as getting some cool perks, then click on that join button. So thanks for joining me in another week. And as always, I will see you soon.